Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Guess what? Today we're talking about music, specifically music in video games. Now, personally, I love music in video games. I think that it's an integral part of video games as an art form, and I really think that music in video games has been iconic and very, very well done all throughout video games' lifespan and history. So I decided to make a short little video about that, and I'm going to list some of my personal favorite soundtracks throughout gaming. Now, I've divided these up into three different categories. The first one is iconic music, so this is going to be songs that have made their way into pop culture, whether or not the game is very popular or the songs from the game made it and shot it into the cultural zeitgeist. The second group is going to be music that defines a genre. So these are going to be games that have music that kind of, in my mind, just encapsulate everything that that specific genre or subgenre is and how it should be made and how the music should sound because these games were so impactful in that. The last one would be music that makes the game or games that wouldn't be the same without this music. Now, this is a little bit more tricky. A lot of these games have very unique soundtracks and definitely deviated from the norm of what a soundtrack in that genre would sound like. And I'm going to give them some props, especially if they did a very, very good job. There are three for each category, and I also have some honorable mentions at the end, so stick around if you want to hear those. With these videos as well, I'm going to be including a small snippet of a song from that game and just give you a taste of kind of what it is and what it sounds like. So let's begin with iconic music, so music that's wormed its way into pop culture. So number one is really no surprise. Everyone and their mothers have heard this song before. It's the Super Mario Brothers theme. And Nintendo especially does a very, very good job of creating these memorable tunes no matter what medium they have to use, whether it's the old 8-bit chip tune that they have on the NES, or even through today with masterpieces such as Super Mario Galaxy. Now, this is the only Mario game on here, and for the reason being that pretty much every Mario game has fantastic music, so I didn't just want this to be a video of only Mario soundtracks. So I decided to pick one, and I picked what I think is the most iconic one. Second, we have a song from the Kirby series, Gourmet Race. This game is super iconic. It's very memeable almost, but has this quality that's just upbeat and exciting, and I think is very iconic, especially if you've ever played Super Smash Bros. Melee. I think that, or 64, or really any of the Smash games, but I think this is just a song that's going to stick in your head whenever you think of a Kirby game or whenever you think of a Smash game. Third one's a little bit out of left field. I haven't played this game, but I know someone who has and or currently is playing it and says that the soundtrack is fantastic and that the game is fantastic in itself. And this is kind of cheating because it's Jedi Fallen Order. So this is going to be a Star Wars game. All Star Wars properties guaranteed are going to have fantastic scores with them. And I think it's kind of cheating putting on Fallen Order, but the fact that it's a Star Wars game and that Star Wars is just like nerd culture encapsulated in and of itself, that I had to put at least one Star Wars game on this list, and I'm going to put it here with Fallen Order. Next we have music that defines a genre, and these are games that have music that just encapsulates a genre for me and that makes me think of a certain genre when I hear a certain type of music. So number one, fairly obvious, is going to be Skyrim. The Skyrim soundtrack just says, you know, fantasy and exploration, and I can do whatever I want. Just the entire soundtrack, even the more atmospheric parts, are very, very well made. Second, we have Danganronpa. And Danganronpa, to me, is a very serious game and a very comical, funny game, meshed together in a sort of beautiful way. It's also a hybrid visual novel, and I'm a big fan of visual novels, so I had to put this on the list. The opening song is fantastic. It has a sense of almost organized chaos that really mirrors the game, and I think it's really, really well made. Last, we have one of my games that I grew up with, Halo. The Halo opening is so iconic, and I think any sort of space opera made after Halo is almost guaranteed to have a chanting or a song or tracks that are very similar to Halo's music, where it starts off slow but then it really builds into let's go kick some alien ass. The last category I have here is music that makes the game. So these games wouldn't be the same without this music. Now, obviously, number one is going to be Persona 5. You think I could go a video without mentioning Persona 5? Ha, you wish. Persona 5 has a fantastic soundtrack. I don't know what else needs to be said. If you've heard it, you know. Second, however, is a game that I haven't played, but I enjoy the music from, and that's Kingdom Hearts. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game. However, I think that the music that's in it is very much different from most other RPGs that you're going to play. And along with the same lines of Persona 5, they did something different, and I think they executed it really, really well, and that the music stands out on its own as this extra layer of goodness of what Kingdom Hearts is to a lot of people. The last one's going to be a weird choice, and this is going to be a specific sub-game mode in a game series. So you might be thinking, well, what do you mean by that? I'm going to go with Call of Duty Zombies, and specifically the hidden songs. Because in my eyes, the story that they had been weaving with Call of Duty Zombies, with Richtofen and Tank Dempsey and all of these other people, was almost comedic at times and very, very silly. So having these hidden songs around the map that weren't necessarily silly songs, but they were, very much there to pump you up and get you excited as these kinds of Easter eggs that you could find, kind of matched the style that they were going for in Zombies. And I really, really enjoyed it. I think one of my favorite parts about playing Zombies was going through, trying to find the Easter eggs, get all of the hidden songs with my brother. And I know we really, really enjoyed doing that as a kid, so I had to put this on the list. Finally, we have some honorable mentions here, and these don't really fit into a category. I just wanted to mention them as music in games that I enjoy and appreciate. Number one is going to be the music videos and the songs that Riot Games puts out for League of Legends. Now, this is kind of weird because they never played in-game or anything like that. However, just like this extra world and lore that they build with the music, I think is really, really nice, and is one of the best things they do for the game. It also helps them make a lot of money through skins, so they can keep doing it. I like the music. The last one is another game I've never played, but I know a lot of the music from it, is Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong 64. There's just so many songs that are memed to death, and I just thought I should mention it because sometimes you don't need to have an actual good soundtrack, you just need to have that meme potential. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Tell me what soundtracks I should have put on this list in the comments section. I'm always willing to hear and interact with you guys in the comments, so leave a comment of a video game soundtrack that you think I might have overlooked, or one that maybe I rated a little bit too highly. Anyways, it's been epic. See ya.